Hello everyone, so it's Dr. Rehan Ali Mondal here, intern at KPC Medical College and Hospital in West Bengal. So I'm making this quick video to give you an update of what happened today, what was basically planned to happen and what happened. So coming right to the point, as promised by the principal, we were supposed to have a meeting with the management at 1 p.m. today, but we went there at 12:30. All the gates of the colleges were closed, and since yesterday all the gates of college and hospital are being closed, and there's at every gate of the students and the interns are being questioned and interrogated thoroughly. We have to show our IDs also, which is a hindrance which I'll come to the point later, but as of now I'm telling you, by like at 12:30 we went to the place. We weren't allowed entry at first, but then after much interrogation and calling the higher authorities and all, we were allowed entry. We were kept waiting for 40 minutes. We were allowed entry at 10 minutes past 1 at 10 minutes past 1 p.m. At 1:11 p.m. we entered the premises. We went up to the second floor where the meeting was supposed to happen. Now our one and only clause for the meeting was that first we wanted a public meeting, but because of COVID protocols and COVID times, we couldn't have a public meeting. So we suggested that okay, we 6 representatives of our will be present at the meeting, but along with it, the entire batch should be able to hear what's going on through any online platform, be it a Zoom call or a Google Meet, whatever it is. So to which the principal had agreed upon, and we have that on video record proof. So we have it on video record that the principal had agreed to it, and that is why we had agreed to a meeting. Okay, so when we went there, the management clearly denied that. They didn't let us enter the room. They told us that we won't be able to enter with any electronic devices, whereas all of them had all their electronic devices, but we couldn't enter the room with any electronic devices, and that live streaming or putting out what is going on in the meeting won't be possible, because and we had kept this clause only because all these past years, whenever we saw that the management were used to single out these students, like 5 or 6 representatives, and they used to pressurize them, victimize them, or do whatever to disperse the meeting, disperse the protest, whatever it is, disperse the movement. But this year, that is why we had kept a clause that we'll only sit for a meeting if online platform thing was possible. But today the management clearly denied it, and they didn't allow us to do a meeting, and they walked out right in front of us. Still we waited this so that a mutual understanding could be taken upon, but they completely denied. And after waiting there for hours, we were called upon by the principal in his office. There he told us that we saw when the meeting got dissolved, they didn't want to have the online platform thing. All the HODs walked out, so principal said that they had a meeting with the HODs and we might expect a positive response. But we told the principal that what is a positive response, like that we will decide, because today if the stipend is 7,000, tomorrow you can increase it up to 7,001 rupees and say that this is a positive response, be happy with it. But no, that won't be done, right? That is not right. It won't be feasible, like increasing the stipend just by any small amount which doesn't meet our minimum requirements is not done. So we said that we told the principal that we will decide if it's satisfactory or not, if it's meeting our minimum requirements, if it is what we deserve. So on that basis, the principal didn't give us any written documentation, but we have it on audio record. All these statements of the principal, we have it on audio record. And we also addressed the other two issues that have majorly affecting going on in our college. One is that all the gates in our college hospital campus have been closed for the internees especially. Like if we even go for our rounds, like today morning when I was going for my morning round for my patient in the surgery ward, I was being questioned and interrogated at the gate. Now you say, if a patient in the ward needs immediate attendance, like needs immediate, suppose a blood transfusion and anything like that, then should we not attend that patient immediately, or should we like waste our time. I'm saying waste our time answering these questions to these security guards. You say, like in a hospital setting, what should be our priority? And especially as young budding doctors, we just entered this field. So at this beginning only, you're saying that are you wanting to say that management is above patient's health and patient's priority? No, absolutely not. A patient's health is all should always be the priority of a hospital. And right at this, like you are interrogating, wasting my time at the gates. You are putting an hindrance to my duty as a doctor. You are putting an hindrance to my duty and my batchmates. Not only me, many were. All the gates of the hospital have been closed. All the gates of the college have been closed. In fact, for the meeting, only 6 representatives were allowed to enter the college building. I'm not talking about the meeting room, the college building. Even the entire college building, the libraries have been closed for us. The main gates, college gates have been closed for us. Everything. Today, when we went there, we had to communicate with the security guards through the windows. Pathetic condition. We have to communicate through the windows. Like we are, like that is our college. We spent 4.5 years in that building. They saw us regularly going to that. Like, and today they're behaving with us like we are criminals. They're communicating through the windows. Like, don't know what grave crime we have done. So that is the behavior of the management towards us. So that is one hindrance that they are putting. Now, coming to the point, like when we left the principal's office, we made this claim that firstly we had all the statements made by the principal on record, audio record, and we made this claim that after 2 days, like Friday 1 p.m., they're supposed to send us an email. So if that email is, whether that same email has a positive response for us or not, that we will decide, because it should meet the minimum standard requirements that we demand, that we deserve. Okay, so that is one point. And we also said that if, and we are saying, and we'll follow it also, if our demands are not met, if we are not getting what we deserve, this movement will still continue on, will still keep going on, because this is not something that we are taking by force or something that we don't deserve. This is something that we very rightfully deserve. This is something that we should get. That is why all this, we are on the right path. We are not doing anything wrong. We are demanding something which we should deserve. Now, coming to an important point is that, yeah, we got a notification from the press, like because this entire thing is being taken by the, like covered by the press. So one of the reporters gave us a printed sheet, like about a press release that the management had given them. In that, we'll obviously have an official response to it. We'll be putting out the video tomorrow morning. We'll obviously have a response to it, but I'll just want to cover 2 points from there to show you how low or below, how badly the management can stoop. So in that, one of the points was mentioned that we had stopped our duty suddenly, endangering the lives of the patients. Now let me make this very clear. We never ceased duty for once. All our hospital have been keep functioning properly. Entire hospital, be it any on-call duty, be it the emergency, be it any ward. Today I was there as a representative, but today morning itself, if you go and check my patient's file, you'll see my note given, you'll see my signature there. I went and I saw my patients. So even amongst this, everything, we are doing our duty. There's no slight negligence or any absence of us from our duties. We are doing it so, like in such a way that no duty is being missed. The hospital is functioning properly. All the wards, all the doctor OPDs, all the emergencies, everything has the adequate number of internees and doctors present there. The ones who are free, who don't have the duty at that moment, are the ones who are carrying forward these movements in shifts. So where there's no provision of ceasing duty here or stopping work, endangering the lives of the patient. In fact, you are endangering the life of the patients, because you are putting an hindrance the way we are doing the duties by interrogating us at every gates and delaying our attendance to the patients. Okay, so that is one point to be talked about. And another thing is that we had they also said that one of the press might have said that management told them that we had put an hindrance to their administrative work. We did not put any hindrance to their administrative work. It is them who are putting a hindrance to our work, and our work, their administrative work, can't be more important than any patient's health. Patient's health is number one priority of any hospital, and it should be, and it is. And that is what we are following as young budding doctors. And secondly, they had also mentioned another point that we kept the officials locked for 7 hours without any food or water, which is inhuman or something like that. But let me make this very clear. It was us internees who were without food and water for that long duration. In fact, you'll see the news covered by CN News, Calcutta News, or ABP Anand. It's there on their channel. It's there everywhere that one of our internees fainted. She had a hypoglycemic attack. She had to be taken to the emergency. She had to be given dextrose. It is us internees who had to be without food and water. They, when it comes to about them, they had all the refreshments. They had all the tea, all the chai, all the coffee, all the food going in their office continuously, because they have a separate kitchen and they have their offices around. So continuously when we were there, all the foods were going in, all the refreshments were going in. They had a fun time in the AC sitting around and having their food, but it is the us internees who had to suffer, who had to stay there without food, who had to stay there dehydrated without water. So these 2 points I wanted to mention here, and there are many other wrong points that they have falsely claimed in that press release, which we will be officially on our part, we will be refuting, and we will release a press conference tomorrow morning in reply to that. So please do look at that too. And apart from that, that was the update for today. So currently we'll be waiting for that email from the principal, and if that isn't satisfactory or doesn't meet our demands, we will still continue on this movement, because this is nothing that is we are taking by forcefully or unlawfully. This is something that we very much deserve. This is something that we should very much get, and this is something that we should be given. So that is why we will be continuing on with our movement if our demands are not met. And one more thing is that I want to mention is that the support that you guys have been providing us is immense. I want to truly thank you. Firstly, from our batch also, the support has been immense. From our juniors of our college, the support has been immense. And apart from that, the people outside our college, be it medicos, non-medicos, even the medical colleges, there are many statuses that I saw, all the medical college associations standing by us in support of us. And it's not only confined to the state of West Bengal. Other medical colleges all over the India are supporting us, and even many non-medicos have been supporting us immensely. I truly thank you all. Please continue this support, because during this pandemic how the situation is, how difficult everything is, and this is something which is very fundamental to us. So please, thank you for that immense support, and please continue us with your supports. It means the world to us. Thank you so much, and I'll keep you updated with the further news. Thank you.